Morning, guys. This is Mr. Fernandez here. Um, I just wanted to tell everybody hi and let everybody know that school is still on, and we're gonna get started on creating some work from home. Okay, so I'm gonna be doing some lessons, some video lessons, talking to you guys about the different kinds of art and artists. We're also going to be actually creating some work. Hopefully, you guys have some of these materials at home. It's all going to be, very simple materials, nothing fancy. Anyway, the objective for this week is down here at the bottom. It says students will create artwork that looks like it has texture. The example that I wanted to show you guys is from an artist. His name is Albrecht Dürer, and you can actually see his name down here. He is I believe, a German artist, and it's called Rhinoceros, and it's a woodcut print. And I'm sorry, woodblock print. And I want you to notice how he created textures in his work. You can, almost see how this is really bumpy and rough. Those are some of the textures that he created, and you can see right here in the, he used a variety of patterns to create that texture. So let me kind of zoom into this right here so you can see where he used different shapes, and when he put them right next to each other, it does create that sense of kind of bumpiness. And you can see the different textures there. Okay, so the closer you put the shapes together, the darker it'll become. Okay, and that's how he was able to create that. So let me zoom in just a little bit more into some of the parts here so you can see the textures he made right inside of there. Okay, to make it look like he's bumpy. Check out the legs. It's a different texture there than there is up here. Notice right here where there is no texture, most likely that would almost seem like it's a very smooth area because it doesn't look bumpy or rough. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to think of how you can create some textures in your own work. Okay, so here's what it says under studio time. So textures that you can see. You can make an artwork with textures, to be able to see with our own eyes. So the example here is they drew an animal. Okay, you can see the turtle here, and they're combining lines, patterns to make these textures. So if I was to zoom into this one, let me kind of get back over there. You can see where they used a variety of lines and a variety of patterns to create textures. Okay, and it doesn't have to look super realistic. You can make it up, and just try your best. Have fun with it. You can use pencils. I'm sure you guys have pencils, crayons, markers, pretty much any material that you can use to make lines with, you can use on your drawing. Okay, so now it's your turn. Go ahead and start your drawing. You can come back onto this assignment and you can take a picture of your work, either on a phone, a computer, iPad, and upload. That means you're going to put it in here. You're going to add it. If you're in Google Classroom, you're going to add. It's going to say add file. So you're going to search for the file either on your phone or on your Chromebook, wherever it is that you created it. Okay, guys, so in this drawing that you create today, remember that it's all about texture, okay? So if you're going to draw an animal, then you're going to think about how he's going to look with texture. So I'm going to start off by drawing maybe just what would be the body of an animal, and I'm just going to use kind of like a rectangular shape for now. And this could be, a lot of different animals have kind of a rectangular body. Let's say that I draw, these are going to be the legs, and they're just kind of like long rectangles, just kind of like that. Some straight lines is fine. Remember that I'm concerned about the texture. So what I'm doing right now, let's just say this is a horse. I just thought, sure, let's make a horse. And this is going to be kind of a simple, easy, quick drawing. Um, these are just some simple shapes that you guys can draw. Now, to really focus on the texture of an animal, remember that this can be an imaginary animal. It doesn't have to be a realistic or a real animal. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit and I'm going to add some textures by creating a simple pattern. Okay, so let's say that I wanted to make the hair up here of the horse. If I go kind of like this, you know, that you kind of see the shape, but okay, so in order to do the texture of the hair, if you just did some simple little straight lines, that would make it look like, you know, it's actual real hair. So the pattern, the repetition of that is what makes things look more like how we want it, okay, where you see the texture. Now, if I wanted to add an imaginary texture, maybe make the neck kind of bumpy, we could just do some simple shapes, maybe like a curvy line right next to the other, like this. Okay, so this is a curvy line and that's a curvy line. So that creates a pattern. It's almost like a half of an oval or part of an oval. And that almost makes it look kind of scaly, just that one little texture there. Okay, so notice the difference. Okay, this one is created with straight lines. This one's created with little curvy lines that are repeated over and over again. Okay, now let's say for the body we think of a different shape that we can use. Um, you know, it could be rectangles that are right next to each other like this, and that repetition, that pattern, gives it, you know, a different effect. Okay, so it's almost just like adding patterns to it, but um, you also can add some shadows, some shades inside, and obviously you can use different colors. I'm just doing some simple shapes on here so that you can see, you know, different ways to add textures. Okay, so now when we do that, that makes it look, you know, like a different texture there. And maybe shapes, like these are like circles, and then we could add little circles in the middle. And if we keep repeating that over and over again, that gives it that sense of a different feel, a different touch. So remember that the texture is the way things feel. So when we add things to like patterns and lines and shapes, that gives it a different kind of effect. So you can see in those few different examples right there, you can do that. Okay, so I'm using just a pen. You can use a pencil, pen, crayon, marker, not so bad. Anyway, so have some fun with it. Keep adding more textures to it. And we'll see you guys on the next video. Please show me what you guys were able to create. Hopefully we can have some nice drawings that you guys can share. And like I said, we'll see you next time. Okay, so whenever you finish your work, take a picture of it, upload it. That way I can see, me and your homeroom teacher can also see what you guys have created. Um, and have some fun with it. You have the whole week to work on it. It's not anything you got to do in one day. You can add color, you can add backgrounds, you can add more than one animal. You know, think about how you can make it, you know, look nicer. Send me a picture if you have any questions, or send a video if you have any questions. I'm here to help out. Whenever you guys have a question or a comment, just let me know. Bye, guys.